Lawin Media Network.
Bringing to you the most relevant content across all platforms.
Business, legal, politics, health, lifestyle, and entertainment.
Your source for all the news and updates. In the greater Houston community from Texas and all over the world.
Get informed and empowered with Lawin Media Network.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Be Bold, Why Not? You are watching us live on Facebook, YouTube, stream.lawin.live, and twitch.tv. And of course, if you missed the live show, you can watch us or listen to our podcast on Spotify, Amazon Podcast, Google Podcast, and a lot more. And of course, I'm your host, MJ, saying good evening. Welcome to another show that will inspire you, empower you, and just guide you in your day-to-day lives as we share stories of special people that can truly inspire you. And to all our viewers from the Philippines, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Taus-puso po akong nagpapasalamat for always watching the show. And of course, we have a game in the show, so let's show them the mechanics.
How to join the game. Watch the live show and join the conversation. Share your thoughts or experiences by commenting during the show. Like, share, and tag at least 3 friends in the comment section to qualify for a chance to win a prize. Participate actively. The more comments you leave, the higher your chances of winning. All participants will be eligible for the prize. The winner will be selected using the Wheel of Names randomizer.
All right, there you go. So sa mga viewers po natin, come on, tag your friends, shout out, and just make any comments. And if you have any questions at all for me or for our guest, feel free to put them in the chat and we will do our best to answer them. All right, tonight is very exciting because my guest is someone who can truly inspire you because she's had a lot of success in her business, in her personal life, and in general in the United States. So without further ado, I would love to introduce to you our very special guest for tonight, the beautiful Miss Lanilyn Naylor. Come on in, Lanilyn. Let's get her. There you go. Look at that. Isn't she gorgeous? Wow. How are you, Lanilyn?
I'm feeling great. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm excited. At the same time, I'm quite nervous right now. Parang kinakabahan ako, ha?
Don't be. You got this. Okay? As I've said, we're just chatting. So para lang tayo nagkukwentuhan, and most of our viewers are actually from the Philippines. So wherever you are from the Philippines, just do a shout out to your kababayan. So tell us, where are you from the Philippines, Lanilyn? What province or area?
Oh, I was born in Pagadian City, so Bisaya jud ko sa mga
Okay.
kababayan nga Bisaya diha. But I grew up in Zamboanga City. So sabi tamin nyo man Chabacano, si ustedes Chabacano estaba Zamboanga.
Yeah, you're very mestiza. So it looks like you're not pure Filipino. Yeah. Share us about your roots. Were you like, well, we all are. We are a mixture because, we were ruled by different, nationalities back then, hundreds of years ago, right? But you look so gorgeous. What is your secret?
Oh, thank
Diba?
you. Well, it's staying healthy, eating better. I think in sleep good. I think that's one thing na gawin natin sa self natin so we look good. So I think that is one of the secret. Regular lang na sabon.
Okay, so you said you were born in Pagadian City, but you were raised in Zamboanga City, right?
Yes.
So do you have any siblings?
Yes, we are 8 brothers and sisters. Four of us here in the States, and then yung apat is still in the Philippines.
Okay, so you come from a huge family. How
Yes.
is that? So
So five brothers and three sisters. Ako yung pangatlo.
okay, okay. So how is it growing up in a big family? Because you know in the Philippines, 'di ba, when you are big family, you share a lot of things, right? So
Yes.
it depends on what kind of life you were born to. If you were born to a wealthy family or a poor family, it just is difficult. But going back to you, like in your childhood, coming from a big family, how was it? Especially the third. So it kind of like you're one of the oldest. So did you have much responsibilities for your to your younger siblings when you were growing up?
Yes, pretty much, pretty much. I don't remember as much, but what I remember I celebrated my birthday. I think when I was 5 years old, I started cooking already, and then I started making. I think pansit yun or ramen ba? Ano ba yung
Uh-huh.
ramen natin? Pansit
Yeah.
canton with
Yes, yes.
with sardinas, and all my brothers and sisters got sick, and I was the only one that wasn't sick. So imagine, ganon siya. And then
Uh-huh.
celebrating a birthday with pancit canton. Di ba? Parang
Mhm.
at least happy naman ako kasi I was the only one that didn't get sick.
Okay, but was it like just a coincidence, or did they feel bad, or did they get mad at you for making them sick? And
No, I don't even think if they remember it was my birthday. Just kidding. I was just making dish for everybody. But growing up in a very poor family kasi back in high school, syempre sa atin libre pa yung high school, no? And then when you go to college, may bayad na siya. So,
Mhm,
and then yung bunso kasi namin yung pangwalo, my mom had a complication on her
mhm,
pregnancy. So,
mhm,
and I remember back then my papang told me, he's my deceased dad, told me na, Day, Inday kasi ako eh. Said, Day, hindi na daw ako makapag-school sa college because wala nga kaming pera. So,
mm,
it was like very challenging for me. Kaya nagpapasalamat ako na I was able to get a scholarship on Western Mindanao State University as a Jambangan Dance Troupe member.
mm.
So, nalibre yung college ko. Kaya, imagine that.
Wow. So you're a dancer?
Well, I didn't even know I was a dancer. Honestly, because the Western Mindanao State University offered scholarship for chorale and dance troupe. I never really thought that I could dance. My dad sings really good, so I
Uh-huh.
thought I'm gonna be a good singer. So I
Uh-huh.
actually auditioned at the chorale,
Uh-huh.
and
Uh-huh.
then nope, I didn't pass. And I went to with my friend, and she actually passed the chorale audition, and she got her scholarship. I was very sad because in my mind I was thinking like, hala, hindi na talaga ako makapag-school, college eh. Nakakahiya, di ba? Parang after high
Mm.
school, what do you
Yeah.
gonna do? Kasi pobreng-pobre nga.
Mm-hmm.
So, I went with my friend. Punta kami sa likod, yung ng gymnasium sa likod. I didn't realize that they were actually practicing dance.
Mm-hmm.
Yung cultural dance. So I was just there sitting on the corner. Tapos yung professor, Mr. Sir Bondok, actually, he's like, Nene, Nene, ganon siya. Nene, Nene, come over here. Kasi they were trying to build a pyramid. Yung ano
Uh-huh.
ba? And I was so small. I was like 98 pounds. So I was like on the bottom, and then I keep like falling off. And then and then the professor, yung instructor ko sa dance troupe, it's like, no, you go hold the star. So my job was actually just hold the star and then trying to do sway side to side. And then the
Uh-huh.
song actually was like, Kampana ng simbahan. So I was holding the stars. And then since then,
Uh-huh.
I become the star and got my
Wow.
scholarship all 4 years free.
Wow.
Yes,
What a blessing. Diba? What a blessing. Because it's like, who would have thought that you didn't even realize that that would land you a 4-year scholarship in college?
yes,
So having said that, I see it then. I think you believe you have faith in God, right? And
yes.
when he knows when we need it most. And I think at that moment, God was there for you because what a coincidence, or it's not, nothing happens by accident. I believe, right? Nothing happens by accident. That was meant for you. So how did your parents, especially your father, react to what happened? Because he thought that you wouldn't go to college. How did your family react to this thing?
Well, they're very happy and excited. I'm pretty much very independent anyway. So when I was in college, I had to start working. I work at the Jollibee as part time. I work at the um, like one of the store on military base. So masaya sila kasi I was able to provide myself to go to college and provide my own baon, di ba?
Mm-hmm. So,
Yeah.
what degree did you take for college?
AB history because that's the only thing. Kasi I was very late in college because I didn't know that I can go to school, and in fact,
Mm-hmm.
my uncle sent me just the initial tuition fee, like 1,000 pesos ata back then. So parang nakapasok ako, but wala nang available courses as much, so that's why I went to the AB history. That's the only thing that's left pretty much sa liberal. But I'm very happy and grateful that yun nga ang naging
Mm-hmm.
course ko.
Mm-hmm. So,
Yeah.
after college, after gaining or earning your degree in BS history, did you work to a job that was related to your degree?
No, I have not. I have not because I travel, nag-fly na ako dito sa state actually
Mm-hmm. How
after
did
I
you come
graduated.
to the US?
So
Like
I
what?
actually, when I was in back in college, I was working at the military base because my family din kami nasa military. So I was
Uh-huh.
working there for part time, selling like a souvenir shop,
Uh-huh.
souvenir shops for military. But back then it was a balikatan. So that's how I
Mm-hmm.
met my husband. Actually, we were just friends. We never really, we never thought that we could be a long distance relationship for almost 2 years. And after I graduated in college, then he flew me over as a fiance.
Okay, wow, that's amazing. So it was all blessing after blessing after blessing, right?
Yes.
Right? You at first you thought you wouldn't even finish a degree in college. And then you got this opportunity and then you found your lifetime partner.
Mm.
So, what year did you get or come to the US?
It was back in 2005.
Okay.
So it's
Yeah.
like 20 years, 21 years. Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. So, did you come straight to Texas?
No, I came to Hawaii because we got married in Hawaii, and we live and because my husband is actually in military, and then we live in Chicago for 2 years. Then in Chicago went to Kansas City, then Kansas City to San Antonio, then San Antonio to North Carolina, then North Carolina to Washington State, and Washington
Wow.
State to here in Texas again. Oh, we live in
So,
Killeen, Texas too, and then back to San Antonio, Texas. So yep,
okay.
this is
Yeah,
it.
of all the states or the cities that you've been to in the United States, which is your favorite?
You know what? I don't really have a favorite. It's just the people that I missed and they
Mm-hmm.
become a friend, become a family. Namimiss ko lang sila. Every places that I go, masaya ako. I'm very happy. I get to meet new friends and become their family. So different state, which is really great actually in terms of business kasi I get to connect with them in different states. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yes, yes. Weather wise, I want to be honest. Weather wise, which one is your favorite? Maybe you like something like.
Weather. Oh,
Uh huh.
so I think I probably would love San Antonio because it feels like Philippines. In
Okay.
Chicago, it's a windy city, so but I'm very happy kasi in Chicago kasi it's a windy city. That's the first time I've seen and touched snow. Yung palang
Mm-hmm.
feeling mo na like maglalakad ka sa clouds. But it's very
Mm-hmm.
cold. First time kong nakakita ng snow back in Chicago. But I can't live in a colder places like Chicago and Washington State when it snows kasi it hurts my back. Um,
Okay. Yeah.
Kansas City, daming tornado. I remember back then I was driving to Kansas. I think it was in Kansas City. I was driving, but there's like tornado, almost like
Oh.
chasing me, and then there's a lot of snakes. So, no,
Oh,
not for me.
that's scary.
So in Kansas City, we used to have ang laking trampoline.
Yeah.
Like, oh yes, we have huge trampoline, and because of tornado, all of the houses there
Oh.
has a tornado shelter. Kasi like, oh, no, 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 I don't want my life ended because of tornado.
Wow. So Texas, San
Yeah,
Antonio, that's good.
Texas is the
Yeah.
winner. So I'm back here
Yeah.
in Texas. So we actually decided to retire here in Texas. Yeah.
Settle in Texas. That's great.
Yeah.
All right, Lanilyn, we're already on our first break, and when we come back, we will continue with your story. Okay,
All
so
right.
see
Thank
you
you.
after a little bit.
Okay.
In a world filled with fleeting moments, there's beauty waiting to be captured. My name is Christian, and I specialize in immortalizing your most precious memories. From elegant weddings to vibrant events and timeless portraits, I'm here to make every moment unforgettable. Let me tell your story through the lens. Contact me today and let's create magic together.
All right, we're back. And let's see some of the comments from our viewers. We have Princess Kendra Laurel. Good morning, Pilipinas. Yes, good morning. And from Rosario Carganilla again, good evening, Texas. Good evening to you. Daisel Miral Siaton, good evening, Mom MJ, watching from Pangasinan. Yes. And then we have Marianne who tagged her friend. Thank you. And Recto Julius, good evening, Mom MJ, watching from Pangasinan. And we have Rachel Jacob Cornell. Hello, Ma'am MJ. Good evening po. Good evening to you as well. We also have Marianne. Magandang umaga po, ma'am. Magandang umaga to you. And Ricky Cornell. Good evening po, Ma'am MJ. Good evening to you as well. James Reyes watching from Philippines. And then we have, hi, Miss MJ. I'm excited for this episode since she is our strategic partnership chair for the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce Greater San Antonio. Yes, Chanel, thank you for watching. We have, yeah, beautiful guest, right? Rosel Carganilla, Laurel, you are so gorgeous, Ma'am Anilyn Naylor. O, di ba? Para silang nanonood ng artista.
Thank you. Thank you.
And then we have Crisaline Buteres Nadaro. Sana all po, Ma'am Lanilyn, ang ganda mo. Wow! O, di ba? And then AC Hardy Herrera. Hi, Lanilyn. Looking good. Yes, of course.
Okay.
And then we have Alicia Serra de la Peña. Good evening, Texas. Watching from the Philippines. And anything else? Wow. I know you have a lot of fans. Diba? Ang ganda nga naman ng ating guest tonight. And so when you first came, okay, we have more comments here. Tony Bate, good evening, Mom MJ, watching from Pangasinan. Did I say Bate? But anyway, like in English, I know. Anyway, so Lanilyn, when you first came to the US, what were the challenges that you encountered? There might be some language barrier here and there, maybe culture shock, or what was your experience and how did you overcome?
Um, that was the hardest actually. The first 3 years. Kasi I don't have any family. I got married here, just me without my parents, no siblings, no friends, because talagang bagong-bago ako sa US. Um, but what helps me a lot, the Kansas State University has a dance troupe.
Okay.
only only for students though, only for students. And
Oh,
guess what? They took me as one of their princes
okay.
to do singkil. So
Uh-huh.
it's kind of like bring me that Filipino vibe. It feels
Mm-hmm.
like home pa din siya kasi I was involved with the community in Kansas City. Kasi from Chicago, and then Kansas City, ang daming, I go to the Filipino community to make
Mm-hmm.
me feel like feeling home. Kasi
Yes.
sad talaga
Mm-hmm.
pag first time mo dito sa state, tapos wala pang internet masyado, no, hindi mo natatawagan yung family mo and friends mo kasi it costs so much money to call them. So,
Mm-hmm.
parang
Mm-hmm.
ganon. And then, bago, mga 5 years, After 5 years, saka pa ako nakauwi ng first time sa Philippines. And then
Mm-hmm.
now, I go home every quarterly or every year. So
Wow,
kasi,
quarterly? Wow naman. That's
yeah,
awesome. I would love to go home even just yearly, but you going home quarterly, that's amazing.
yes,
Yeah.
when needed. May business transaction kasi sa Philippines.
Uh-huh. Well, that's good. That's good. So, having said that, you're right. So, just to fill in the homesickness, diba? You tried to get involved in the community, and
Yes.
then you became part of a dance troupe of a university. That's awesome. So, how long did you stay in Kansas City?
So, Kansas City is 4 years. Chicago muna kami. So, actually in Chicago, the first 9 months kasi yung visa ko kasi is conditional. So, I work with the children, yung childcare, but it's in the
Mm-hmm.
university also because my husband actually teach their ROTC.
Mm-hmm.
So, actually, because of the children's books, doon ako natutong mag-English ng able to speak up and
Mm-hmm.
response in English fluently kasi sa children's book ako natututo. And then I
Mm-hmm.
realized yung kantang natin, The Wheels on the Bus, gano'n. 'Di
Mm-hmm.
ba? Pag ganun-ganun lang tayo, na 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 na, kasi hindi natin alam. Ako, hindi ko alam yung lyrics, pero yung when I start working sa Chicago sa childcare, doon ko na ganun pala yung song. So, I feel educated. So, which is good kasi may libreng education ako, pero mga kindergarten.
You know,
Yung kasama.
Lanilyn, you're so funny. I mean, you're amazing because you take things like lightly, and you take to you that wasn't a challenge at all, but rather it helped you. So you take things, you look at things in a different view, like you look at things in the beautiful side of it, right? So
Thank you.
that's something that I think not everybody is good at. Sometimes when we are in negative situations or not so good conditions in life, we tend to dwell on those things. 'Di ba? But for you, that is so amazing. First time I've heard that was your education. You took it like your free education working with the kids. That is something that's so unique of you. And I'm so blessed to hear that story. Because
Thank you.
it's like, wow, wow. And now look at you. I mean, you have your own business, right?
Yeah.
You from somebody who didn't even know if they were going to finish or go into college and finish a degree with a scholarship that just fell right in front of you.
Yes, it truly
Like,
is.
yeah, and it seems like all the favors have just been falling in front of you, and then you work part-time at the military base. That's where you met your husband, and you
Yeah.
came to the US, landed on a job in a daycare, who helped you become fluent in English. Then you went to Kansas City, adjusted to the community, and you went through all the challenges of being homesick, but got through it. And now look at you. So, who is Lanilyn now compared to the person that's. Were you shy? I'm just curious. Were you shy back then or not
Uh,
really?
I'm not really a shy type person, but I don't speak. Kasi I'm afraid na, kasi Bisaya ako eh.
Mm-hmm.
Bisayang-Bisaya ako. So if I say in English word, baka ma-judge ako. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm very, open with friends and
Mm-hmm.
family. So, it's very fun. Kasi yung mga kasama ko din is actually mga Filipino. So,
Mm-hmm.
it feels comfortable.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. So from that girl who wasn't shy but just didn't want to speak to now look at you. Yeah. First time we met, because we're in this class together and we haven't even met in person, but we worked on a classwork. We're not students, okay? Just to clarify that. We're just doing something like a leadership cohort for the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce. And we have to partner with someone from another region to finish our classwork and all that. And that's how we met. And she's always smiling and giggling. I mean, it's like she seems to have a very bubbly personality. And I think she has proven it because all those circumstances that she had in her life, she took them as learning curves or learning opportunities to improve herself, right? So
Yes.
now, Laniline, tell us, what are you involved now? Because I see there's a background, that banner behind
Yes.
you. Tell us
Yes.
about the company that you are now part of as an entrepreneur. So you have become an entrepreneur in the US, right? So tell
Yes.
us about that, how you came to know this company and what is it all about?
Well, it's actually started with my son back in 2015. My son had epilepsy, so he was
Mm,
sick. And when went to see the doctor, sabi niya, that's very one in a million. So basically, yung anak ko is one in a million that has epilepsy. So sabi ko, and my husband is a PA, he's a physician assistant. When that happened, wala yung husband ko. So it made me
mm,
realize, at the end of the day, whose responsible is it to take care of your own health? And
mm-hmm,
then whose responsible is it to take care of your children's health?
mm-hmm,
So yung nangyari na nag-episode yung anak ko, I don't have friends, no family kasi bagong lipat nga lang kami from Chicago to Kansas City. What I did is, alam mo yung embornal sa
mm-hmm.
hospital, I na iyak ko.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Oh.
Because nasa MRA kasi yung anak ko. And
Mm-hmm.
I kneel down. Sinaral ko yung embornal tapos I prayed. Sabi ko, Lord God, I need your help. Sabi ko, save my son.
Mm-hmm.
I will do everything and everything with your power. Just save my son. Kaya siguro I'm still here
Mm. Yeah.
promoting health and wellness to those people that I touch their lives with.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then 3 months after, I was introduced to a cooking presentation. I wasn't really paying
Mm-hmm.
attention because I have to attend my son all the time. Imagine yung doctor told me that he cannot be too happy, so he cannot
Mm.
be too sad, so
Oh.
he can be too high. So pag mag-fever siya, I have to watch him baka yung episode niya mangyayari ulit. 'Di ba? So that really inspires me to take care of my son. I did not have, wala akong trabaho for 12 years. I,
Mm-hmm.
I stayed home mom. And
Wow.
then nung nangyari nun, back in 2015, I was introduced to a cooking presentation.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, to be exact, it was Salad Master back then. Hindi ako nakinig. Kasi wala naman akong pera, wala akong trabaho, di ba?
Mm.
Nanay na nanay ang peg mo. And then, so, like, no, I wasn't paying attention, but yung presenter, sabi niya, ma'am, Bisaya din kasi, ma'am, yung water test lang, water test. Actually, it was something like this, like different potting pans, right?
Uh-huh.
Tinikman namin. Like, oh, ang pait and everything. So, sabi ko, is this how I'm feeding my son, like cooking? Kasi ako lang sa bahay, so ako talaga nagluluto. Kahit hindi ako marunong magluto, I've learned how to cook when I got here in the States.
Mm-hmm.
But I only remember, sabi ng doctor, it could trigger anytime.
Mm.
So, if it happened, baka kasalanan ko yun if I don't take care of my son's health.
Mm-mm.
So what I did, binentahan nila ako. Actually, I purchased the whole set. Back then, it was $13,000. Kumbaga, over ₱500,000 yun.
Yes, yes.
Ganyan ako kagas. Pero wala akong pera. So,
Well, you took the chance because it's for your son's health, right?
yeah,
That was your priority.
yeah.
So, yeah.
And I prayed about it 3 months after, and that's how I introduced into a healthy cooking show.
Mm-hmm.
And then so I said, I purchased. Then I took that program. Sabi nila, pag mag-present ako ng present, then I can get the asset for free. Free? Alam mo naman, free college, free, di ba? Lahat free. Free
Free
education.
college.
So like,
Free.
free, okay, free. Mag-present lang daw ako. And then, I conducted a presentation. Wala akong benta kasi I'm not in the sales. Umiiyak ako. I just imagine, but I need to pay this because my husband didn't know how much it costs.
Okay. So you're really bold. Okay,
I'm a,
Lanilin,
I'm
before
a,
we, I know I don't want to interrupt, but then we have to go on a break and then hold your
okay,
thoughts. Okay, and we will continue when we come back.
okay,
So masaya tong kwentuhan natin. So we'll go on a short break.
all
Okay.
right.
Okay, we're back. We're back again. And then we have more comments from our viewers. Let's see. From Iam Lenrock. Okay, kakayanin talaga lahat, ma'am, para sa anak. Okay. And then we have Marianne. Pag free talaga, grab na yan agad, ma'am. Okay, where's Lanilin? Lanilin, we're back. And then
I'm
we
here. I'm here.
And then Mayugba Max, thank you for being brave enough to share your story. Your story is a reminder that even in pain, there is strength. That's very true. And
Thank you.
then Nessa Lacandula Cornell, power hug po, Ma'am Lanilin. Okay,
Thank
power
you.
hug.
Power
And
hug.
then, yeah, and Marianne, pag anak mo talaga pinag-uusapan, ma'am, kahit nakaraan na masakit pa din sa dibdib talaga. Oh, yes. And
Thank
then Rosel Carganilla Laurel, Ma'am Lanilin, isang mahigpit na yakap. Everybody's sending you hugs. And
Thank
then
you.
Nessa again says, good evening, Texas. Good morning, Philippines. Good morning as well to those from Pangasinan who are watching with me. Yes, yes. Thank you all. And then Princess Kendra Laurel, ako din na hindi marunong magsalita ng English. Okay. Ara Rick Kilman Ungria, napaka-successful na ng buhay ni Ma'am Lanilin. 'Di ba? Dave Manuel Adviento, same ma'am, hirap din sa English. Hehehe. Okay, then Raven Jacob Cornell, good morning. Good morning mga idol. Oh, mga idol na ang tawag sa atin. Okay. And then Crisaline Buteres Nadaro, ako din po Ma'am Lanilin, sobrang hirap mag-English pero habang tumatagal din natuto ka din. Hehe. Okay, yes. Totoo yan. So, wow. I mean, I can feel, your pain because I'm a mom too. And I can only imagine how hard it is. Even just a simple illness, 'di ba? Pag nagkasakit mga anak natin, natataranta tayo. If we don't hear from them, we worry a lot how much more the the one that you went through, the situation that you went through, and you just drew your strength from God. So kaya nga God has been so good. I mean, everything has just been falling into place because you have been so sensitive and listening and just asking for guidance, right? So
Yes.
now you got this opportunity. You took bold step. I would say the boldest thing to do, buying a $13,000 cookware set because
Yes.
it's the best thing for your son because of for his health, right? So
Yes.
now after a few months, okay, what was your experience doing those cooking shows? You said you didn't even have experience in sales,
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
No,
you were a graduate of BS history.
not pretty much though, but no, not me in sales. But anyway, so I conducted a presentation. I was challenged because for I think a 15 presentation, I did it on myself, no sales at all. I cried because I was thinking, how would I be able to pay it? Yung monthly, actually, in-order ko yung pinakamalaking set na 500,000 tapos yung nagbenta sa akin sabi, ma'am, i-downgrade lang natin kasi wala akong trabaho. So I did get the set, the second bigger set. Yung monthly niya, sabi ko, kung hindi man ako makabayad, hindi ako makabenta, I'm gonna do manicure, pedicure, massage, hair, makeup, kahit ano na, just pang bayad sa monthly ng kaldero ko. But I did it because I have purpose, right? I did it. And
Yes.
that was back in 2015, 16.
Mhm.
So, January ako bumili noon. February, wala akong benta. May benta lang 1 or 2 kasi may mentor ako. And then in March, they were doing this a promotion. You have to book and cook for 30 presentation. I deliver 22 sets. So imagine, that is, kung ika-calculate natin yan ha, para exciting lang.
Yes, yes, of
Yes.
course. I would love to hear that story of
So
yours.
basically, sa 1 month na yon, mga $100,000, like 5 million in 1 month. Di ba exciting? Feel na feel ko mayaman ako. First time ko maka-receive ng pera na malaki. And then my
Wow.
commission I received back, it was like $13,000.
So you paid off. You paid off the set.
Yes. So I paid off, and di ba sinabi ko kasi, I told my husband na it doesn't cost anything. It's free. I love it.
Okay, so yeah, you were right.
Yeah,
You
I
got
did
it
work for it.
free.
Yeah, I did work for it. And then nag-continue yung business ko. I've been in this company for 8 years. I
Mhm.
become #1 in the world, an
Mhm.
international speaker, inspiration, lahat na inspired na.
Mhm.
So because
Wow.
of that, because remember, I prayed God, I'm gonna do anything, everything, just save my son. Kaya I never get tired. I never get tired to inspire everyone that health matters. Okay? And
Yes.
then back in, kasi nag-move na kami dito sa San Antonio, I was not given the opportunity to continue my business and delivering the salad master. It was the company called Salad Master. I was not received the support. Masakit sa akin din yon. This is the second challenging.
Mhm.
Right?
Yes,
Kasi
yes.
yung first, my anak, and then second is they told me that that's your military problem, not salad master problem. So
What?
masakit
Wow.
yun. So
Yes.
this office, actually, I invested, it means binili ko to. Intended
Wow.
for that. And then, naano din ako sa mga other business, parang I lost money, I trust people, and then napunta ako sa Carico. This
Mhm.
company,
Okay.
ito na yung parang ano ako, para akong abandoned, parang akong orphan, na I
Mm.
found my home in Carico.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Carico, ang mission talaga nila, helping people live longer, healthier life. And
Mhm.
that's why Pura Vida comes in. Pura
Mhm.
Vida is my company now. So I am the founder of Pura Vida. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah, di ba? Exciting. So my mission continues. So,
Mhm.
Pura Vida, kung hindi nyo pa po na follow yung Pura Vida. So, if you go to Facebook, you can go Pura Vida International.
Mhm.
Pura Vida International is a movement that combines health education. So we teach
Mhm.
live cooking classes. Oh, di ba? Nagluluto na. Feeling ko na nagluluto.
Wow. That
And
is
then,
so amazing.
we teach also, I teach also nutrition class. So I got my certification as nutrition instructor by a nonprofit, Food Save Me Institute. So nagkuha ako ng certification to become nutritionist. And then we also teach a sleep class because sleep is very important for us. So this is
Mhm.
all, and then we also teach Carico awareness classes that focuses on what you eat, the water you drink, the air you breathe, deep restful sleep, and of course, active lifestyle. So I'm also a fitness instructor. Di ba? Package deal.
Wow. I mean, that your story is so inspiring. It's so amazing. I mean, it's like so Pura Vida is actually your company. You're the
Yes,
founder.
yes,
Okay,
I
it's
am the
not
founder.
it's not related at all to Carico. That's
So
your own.
the Carico is where I get the products, the products that we have, the whole house system, the water system, the air purification, and the mattresses. So shout
Mhm.
out to all my Carico loyal
Mhm.
friends and family. And the Carico or Pura Vida International, it doesn't just provide or promote health and awareness classes,
Mhm.
right? We also offer business opportunity to give an income opportunity for the people to help. So to
Mhm.
better their future as well. Kasi that's how I felt eh. Kasi back then, parang feel ko walang-wala ako. So, but
Mhm.
there is an opportunity knocks on me. So
Mhm.
when I, when the other company na they close doors for me, yung
Mhm.
Carico opens double door.
Opened it.
So, yes,
Yes.
double door. Kasi no matter what happened, I will continue to this kind of legacy, providing health opportunity for everyone that needs it. Kasi alam mo, when I was listening to Les Brown actually,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
I attended Les Brown's
I
speaking training. Yeah, I
yes,
did.
I
So
did
I'm
too.
yes, did you? I went to Miami like that was a few years ago. I
Hmm.
was there. So you love to attend those class like
I do.
speaking and all that. Yeah,
I
that's
do.
great.
I actually did Les Brown online only because that was during COVID time.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was one of his podcasts, he said, I think he was getting sick, and he said, success is what your health is all about.
Mm.
And
Yes.
I kept asking for myself, and there's a lot of people asking, what do you mean by success? What is pera? Hindi, sabi ko. Success means to me is when you have a good health.
Yes.
Diba?
Yeah.
Kasi,
I yeah,
yeah,
go ahead.
yeah.
Yeah.
Kasi when you nourish your body the right way, your mind is clear, right? It makes you
Mm-hmm.
feel better, it makes you feel good, and it makes you lead better. Kasi
Mm-hmm.
nandun pa rin yung mission ko na, otherwise, what is success if your health is deteriorating?
Mm.
Diba? Bagsakan ng presyo ng ano mo, health mo. No.
Mm-hmm.
Kaya we promote Carico, all this product that we have, food we eat, clean water, clean air, grounding bed. That's why one of our class we teach is about grounding, earthing bed. Yung hindi niyo alam kung ano po yun. Ibig sabihin, magpaa-paa kayo sa lupa at sa dagat. So you get
Mm-hmm.
connected kasi the earth has healing energy. Libre po yun. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to get educated about how you can help your body improve your health through grounding, earthing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wow.
since then, imagine mo, then I continue to learn so much. Akala ko tapos na yung eskwelahan ko. But I love it. I love it. And I've learned so much from this company. It made me to inspire more. It gives me more parang motivation ba na I want to help you and
Mm-hmm.
everyone that's listening right now and everyone that you know that needs our
Mm-hmm.
help, because there is a problem. In a problem, there's always a solution. And we
Mm-hmm.
are the solution. So,
Wow, grabe, Lanilina, saludo ako sa'yo. Now, in simple words though, if they don't have Carico in the Philippines, what are the practical ways to stay healthy? Like just like what you said. Yeah.
yes, it's very important, guys. You need to drink water. The only thing that water is being contaminated. So I can't help you with that. But as much possible, keep hydrating your body with water. As much possible, clean water. And for those of you, I'm actually providing tubig pangkabuhayan sa Pilipinas. So we can send you or deliver you a whole house system para meron kayong water refilling station. So we can help more kababayan, okay? Second is you have to sleep, tulog talaga. You have
Mm.
to sleep according to yung ano ba yun? Yung data na women had to sleep 8 hours and men is 7 hours. So,
Mm-hmm.
kailangan tayong matulog, maganda ang tulog natin para magandang yung gising natin, maganda yung mood natin. Kasi pag wala tayo sa mood, di ba, pangit yung ano natin
Yung
nakikita.
vibe, the
Yeah,
energy is
yeah.
not good.
And
Yes.
another thing is, 'di ba sa Philippines yung I remember lima lima yung kapatid kong lalaki. Alam mo yung mag-circumcise, 'di ba? Tuli sa atin.
Uh-huh.
Oo. 'Di ba? We will go out to sa dagat ng 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. Tatalon sila, what happened? It heals, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Nagagamot. Why? Why do you think it heals? So there's something and
Mm-hmm.
that heals. So
Mm-hmm.
the earth energy is actually healing. So kayo po, please magpaa-paa kayo if possible to connect to the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And maligo tayo ng dagat, stays on it. See, did you guys feel it when you go magsiswimming tayo sa dagat, everything? You fell asleep and you feel good and you feel
Mm-hmm.
like deep sleep because
Mm-hmm.
your body was sinking into the energy of the earth. That is
Wow.
beautiful. It's beautiful. I would highly suggest it, guys. Go to YouTube. Libre to. I love libre, di ba? Libre to. Dr. Carnivore, look for Earthing movie. It
Mm-hmm.
will save your life, guys. Please, just watch it. Libre po siya. Ang oras lang kailangan nyo is an hour and 15 minutes. I need you guys to follow that and watch that documentary. And then followed by Dr. Conover Grounding. Dr. Conover Carico Grounding. And she will explain how important it is to sleep grounded. The longer you sleep, the better for you and it slows the progress of aging. So, ibig sabihin, gaganda lang, aside from sa gaganda tayo, bumabata pa.
Wow. Wow, Lanilyn, thank you for those practical tips. Now let's go on our last break. And when we come back, we will be in the final segment of the show and we will continue with our very exciting conversation with Lanilyn. So see you after a bit.
For divorce and family law in Texas, Liggett Dizon Law Firm PC will guide you every step of the way.
From initial consultation to detailed review of your case and strategic planning.
We'll sit with you during negotiations or mediations, and represent you in court.
Whether it is a family law, estate planning, or immigration, we will be there to guide through the final steps.
So, leave your legal matters behind you and embrace your future.
You can contact Liggett Dizon Law Firm PC at 346-5454-346 or visit dizonlawfirm.com.
All right, we're back again.
So, may akong
Okay.
kukiris,
So
oy.
let's read some more of the comments from our viewers. So we have Princess Kendra Laurel. Ang sarap makinig sa inyo pong kwentuhan. Yes, absolutely. I'm having so much fun here. And then we have Faye Veranga Maniago. Hello. Good to see you as well. And then Ian Lenrock. True mom health is wealth. Okay. And then we have Princess Kendra Laurel. Napakagaling ni Ma'am Lanilyn. Yes, yes. I'm learning so much too. And then Crisaline Buteres Nadado. Sobrang nakaka-proud ka po, Ma'am Lanilyn. Sobrang ganda ng kwento ng buhay mo. Yes. And then Gloria Cornell. Good morning, Ma'am MJ and Ma'am Lanilyn. Yes, yes. And then, of course, we have Edward De Seco. Good evening, Texas. Good morning, Philippines. Watching from Quezon City, po ma'am. Thank you, thank you. And then we have Nessa Lacandula Cornell. Your story is really inspiring, Ma'am Lanilyn. It gives strength and motivation to many mothers. That's very true. And Prince Lawrence Alvendia. Good evening, Texas. Watching from Pangasinan po. Yes, thank you all so much. Lanilyn, wow. I mean, you have one of the most unique stories I've ever heard. You know what I mean? It's like you just take life with lightly, and you're just so inspiring. I don't know,
Thank
but
you.
the way you carry yourself, I mean, and the practical ways or tips that you give to us, I mean, it's really true. And if whenever you try to meditate, di ba sabi nila, you try to, even if you lay on the ground, just connect with the earth. That will
Yeah,
make a difference, right?
yes.
So, of all the things that you have done and that you have gone through, and the most inspiring stories that we hear every single day, one is yours. We all have an inspiring story to tell. Everybody does, and we're just so blessed that you boldly shared that story. Now, what do you think are the most or the boldest, aside from those that you have mentioned, what other bold moments you can share to us, since we're talking about be bold, why not?
I think the boldest like inspires me actually finding your why.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because you can tell as many stories as you want, but you have to connect your why.
Mm-hmm.
So, just the fact na bumili ako na walang pera,
Yeah.
paano nangyari yun, di ba? Because I paid with effort instead of
Yeah.
market. Kasi talagang kinuha ko doon yung opportunity kahit walang-wala ako. I don't want it to be to parang to justify me ba na hindi ko kayang gawin. I
Yeah,
have to,
your why was bigger than the obstacle, right? Because
yes,
it was your son that was your why. And
yes,
you're right. Yeah, your if you have your why bigger than any situation or any obstacle or any challenge in the world, you will go through it and you're going to come out victorious because you have that in you. It's bigger and
Yes,
bigger.
yes.
So, yeah.
And then because of that, of course, hindi mo maiwasan yung mga challenges in the business. I was
Mhm.
just gonna let everyone know, if you find these challenges, do not avoid them. In fact, you have to grow with them. Means
Mhm.
learning. So number one is finding your purpose, like your why. Reminded yourself again and again and again and again, even though it happened years and years before, because every day is new day. So you
Mhm.
always have to remind yourself how I started and what motivates me to keep going and what is my why.
Mhm.
Diba? Kaya din mo sa akin, who is Lani Linao is still me. It's just
Mhm.
bolder with purpose and intention. And number
Mhm.
two, yung mga challenges, you have to continue learning to
Mhm.
improve your communication skills. Like ngayon, di ba? And I don't want to forget where I came from.
Mhm.
Nagbibisaya gihapon ko. I still speak Chabacano. Yeah?
Mhm.
And then building good relationship with good partnership with the right people. And
Mhm.
being resilient and getting involved in the community. Surround yourself with the right leadership. Kaya I'm grateful, thankful ako sa mga tao like you, MJ. Like like you, I'm looking up for you kasi you are a great mentor and leader. Kasi doon kita nakilala when we were doing the class together. You're great. And then I've never thought about this Lawin. I've just basically I don't think if I've heard it. And then when you
Uh-huh.
to speak or to be your guest, I never hesitate, I never doubt because I want to tell my story. I want to inspire
Mhm.
so many of you about how
Yes.
I started. Kahit gaano kahirap, hindi
Mhm.
lahat ay mahirap. Okay?
Mhm.
Kaya
Mhm.
natin to. Kaya and then because of this, I got me to inspires to create a foundation. So I was gonna include that also.
Yes, tell us about your foundation.
So because,
Wow.
'di ba, sa pobre ng
Oh.
buhay natin, pinanganak tayong pobre. So,
Mm.
back in college when I was still in the college dance troupe, so we were assigned to go to the orphanage in the Philippines in Zamboanga. So,
Mhm.
we were teaching the children how to dance and everything. I got really inspired kasi 8 kaming magkapatid, para din kami mga homeless. Mga orphans, 'di ba? Feel ko kasi back then I almost got adopted. Honestly, I almost got adopted to a
Mhm.
family. Hindi ko nga nakilala sino 'yun, but my goal gusto kong makilala sino yung gustong mag-adapt sa akin. So I
Mm.
wanted to meet them in person to thank them kasi they were
Mhm.
willing to help me and my family na i-adapt ako. Hindi
Mhm.
lang nga natuloy. So
Mhm. Mhm.
and then
Yeah.
so because of that, it inspires me na what if wala na
Mm.
nanay tatay namin, what if na-adapt ako, anong nangyari sa akin? So I created a foundation because na-expose nga ako, na-inspire nga ako sa orphans sa center in the Philippines. So yung foundation ko is called Foundation of Hope, Home and Love. So what it means, anong
Wow.
ibig sabihin ng hope, home and love? Kasi I believe kasi that every children deserves
Mhm.
more than just a survival. Kasi feeling ko that time we were just surviving eh. Kasi 8 kami, isang bahay lang kami. 10 kami sa matutulog kasi nanay tatay ko at saka ang kapatid ko. So I
Mm.
want to give it back to the community because these children deserves to be feeling safe,
Mm.
valued, and truly cared for. Kasi kaya nga nagsabi ko, since I am in the business now, the business in Carico very successful anyway. Imagine mo, in my first 10 months, I deliver $1.3 million. O, di ba?
Wow.
The 10 months lang yan. And it helped me. So, na-inspire ako. So, I've been helping orphanage for many years now, for over 20 years now, since I came here in the state. So, gusto kong mag-provide ng housing or shelter or village for these orphans. So, kasi, I don't, yung shelter, it's not just to provide shelter o bahay-bahay ampunan. No, I want them to give hope na
Yes.
someone out there is caring for them. I want to provide a home for them because I want them to feel the sense of belonging.
Mhm.
Na they're not alone. You know that
Yes.
someone
Yeah.
out there love them. And I don't just want to give support just to send balikbayan boxes or to send, provide this, but I want them to feel love, that they do exist. That way
Mhm.
in one day their life will transform to a better person of who they are right now. Yung gusto ko yun.
Wow.
Gusto ko yung
Oh my gosh. Wow. You know what, Lanilin? I can see your heart is so big. Your heart's so big for the community. And I can totally relate. I can. Because I grew up in poverty. We were technically homeless too. We were technically homeless because we didn't have any home of our own. We moved from one place to another, to another, to another, to another. So I can totally relate. I feel for the kids that don't have homes. I feel for the kids that don't have clothes. I feel for those kids. So we have made it a point too, like whenever we go home to the Philippines as a family, we try to pick like a center, like an orphanage. We've been to DSWD orphanage, we go to special needs kids, those things. We do stuff like those, not as big as what you're doing, like providing homes, but when we go home we try to make an impact to those people, to those kids, because I feel it, because I've been there too. And you're right, you don't want those kids to be left out and not feel loved. And oh my god, I'm so blessed to have met you, because
thank you.
all my guests, to be honest, there's always a connection between us, and there's always a reason why I have those people on the show, because we can totally relate. I'm not rich either by any means, but I love giving as well. I love helping. It hurts when you are a giver. I mean, it hurts you to say no,
Yeah.
right? It's hard and it hurts you to say no,
Yes.
because we've been there and we don't want those kids to feel the way we felt when we struggled. But in life, everybody has a struggle. Nobody is exempt from going through any struggles or challenges in life. I think it is how we respond and how we react and how we grow and how we build and rebuild ourselves and how we rise above those struggles, right? So that's why I love listening to stories like this. We started like so fun with your story, and we're ending with just a very beautiful, profound story that you have told us. Because, I always say, Lanilin, every single one of us, I just look at the sky, it's like multitude of stars, right? And each star is shining like brightly. So every single one of us, we are stars in the sky, we shine brightly for a reason. And that reason is to really light the world and to inspire people with our story. No matter how big or small the lessons that you can share, you can still make an impact. And oh my gosh, I'm so inspired by your story.
Thank
Now,
you.
Lanaline, for your final words of inspiration, what are the most important things or lessons that you can, other than those that you have already mentioned, that you can share to our viewers to just let them know and be aware that yes, we are here to inspire each other. So, what are those final lessons that you can share?
Well, for everyone that's listening, thank you so much. Hindi ko na malayan isang oras na pala, di ba? Ang saya.
I told you, I told you, you'll be
So
fine.
it's really fun for you, everyone that's listening. I just want to inspire you guys just to do what is right. Do the right
Mm,
thing. No
yeah.
one has to watch you to do good things. No one has to. You just have to do it with heart. Lead with your heart, and of course with your mind. But do what is right, what it feels right, what it feels good for you.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Always
It's the
believe in God.
golden rule. Always the golden rule, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, do what you want others to do unto you. And yes, do what is right, because that's what God is has taught us millions of years, to do what is right and to follow his leading and his examples of
Yeah.
loving people unconditionally. It's hard, it's not easy. We're not saying that, because there are people that they're hard or difficult to understand. But at the end of the day, I mean, you're the one giving. And if you give what is even sometimes hard to give, you're going to get rewards beyond your imagination,
Yes.
right? Right. So, because look at her. Oh my God, you're just an inspiration. Now you are a CEO of your company and you are teaching and making an impact, not just to your local community, but globally and in the Philippines. It's always so good to go back home and give back. And that's the most, I think, that success you cannot put a price on, right? You
Yes.
cannot put a price on. Anyway, Lanilyn, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. And now let's see who are winners for our game tonight. So we'll pick two winners. Let's see who are the winners. Wow, that's a lot of comments. So let's see. Drum roll, our first winner. Let's see who the first winner is. All right, Nessa Lacandula Cornell, congratulations. Just message me on Messenger so you can get your prize. And then let's see who the next winner is. Drum roll. All right, let's see who our next winner. Mary Ann. Wow, congratulations. It seems like we have two new winners because we always have the same winners like over and over. But congratulations to Mary Ann and Nessa. You can claim your prize by sending me a message on Messenger. Okay, message on Messenger. Okay. Yeah. So again, tonight, thank you so much, Lanilyn, for your wonderful story and sharing it to us. And I'm truly, truly inspired, not just our viewers, but I myself have been inspired by your story. And I know God has brought you into my life and
Thank you.
will continue to do more great things, right?
Yes, yes.
Right?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. God bless you, Laniline, and
Thank
God
you.
bless everyone. By the way, we won't have any show next Monday because I'll be out of state, not out of the country, but we won't have a show. We'll probably have just a recorded video that will be played, but no live po on next Monday. So thank you again, everyone. Good night. God bless.
Good night. Thank you.